Hello, and Randy here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to the Upper Mississippi River Valley. Here we are working on tillage like crazy here on this episode and in between episodes here as well. I've been plowing, cultivating, picking up stones. Let's see, what else we've been doing? I think that's pretty much. Oh, and finishing up some baling and selling bales here as well. So yes, we've been quite busy here in between episodes, getting just a whole bunch of random work done here. I am currently sporting the Fendt 1167 here at the moment, pulling our, actually, what was the, oh, this is a Bergo. I keep thinking it's the Vaderstad one, but this is the Bergo cultivator here. Working on field 48 here, just running a cultivator across this. Again, maybe it doesn't bother you folks, but planting into weeds like this, just, I don't know, that doesn't sit well with me, so I've got to run a cultivator across this just to get rid of these weeds here at least. The one downside to this, if you look behind me here, yeah, we got stones. The stones are what I'm thinking they might just get turned off here, you know. I was going to try to make it through this series here with the stones turned on. I'll be honest, I don't think it's going to happen. So I think the stones are going to get turned off, everyone. The stones are just absolute junk. This is, if we had to pick the worst feature in Farming Simulator 22 of them, that might just be it. The stones. I'm going to have to say just right here, I'm trying to think. Anything else? Not that I can think of. I mean, crop destruction, I could play another series of crop destruction turned on. I'd probably have to do a little bit of complaining about it, to be honest. And again, the complaining I would do about crop destruction isn't necessarily Giant's fault. Well, some of it maybe, but most of the crop destruction is going to be probably related to AI workers. And just, yeah, AI workers doing stupid stuff, and then you have to go fix the AI worker, and as a result, you end up wrecking crop, and yeah, you folks know. So, yep. But yeah, if I had to pick probably the worst feature in Farming Simulator, I'm going to have to probably zero in on the rocks. If you folks have any other, like, you folks think this is the worst feature, let me know. Throw it down in the comments. I'd love to hear you folks' thoughts on what do you think. Or if you think stones are the worst feature, throw it down in the comments too. I'm very, very curious about reading you folks' thoughts on what the worst feature in Farming Simulator 22 is. If you got any other good ideas. I'm trying to rack my brain here as I'm thinking about this, Evan. Like, anything else that comes to mind that's worse than stones. I don't know. Stones is definitely up there. When stones is definitely, I'm thinking it's got to be number one. And in fact, I'm having trouble thinking of like a number two here at the moment. So, well, you know what? Okay, if I had to think about it, if I had to pick a number two of one, combine repair and yields. That might be another one. I'm like, nah, I don't know about that one, everyone. Like, again, as your combine wears out, everyone, you lose yield. And of course, you can repair it. It's not like something that wears out and you have to buy another one. No. You're going to have to repair it. So once your combine, again, drops below 70%, everyone, as far as the repair goes, you start losing yield. If your combine makes it all the way down to 0%, you're going to be losing a massive 40% of your yield. I don't know. Something just does not sit right with me on that feature. Just, that doesn't sound like a good feature to me. Maybe it's not a well implemented feature in a good way. That might be a better way of putting that one. So anyway, working on cultivating, plowing, picking up rocks here this episode. We'll finish making it around the field here. Also want to look at picking up a drill. I was hoping to get to planting here this episode, but field 41 is giving me some issues here, and we'll get to that here in just a moment. I was trying to get that field done in between episodes here, but again, we'll get to some issues here. And I'm hoping what I'm doing now is fixing the issue. I don't know. We might have more issues with that field than what I realize. I don't know. But like I said, we'll get to that here in just a moment. We'll finish getting around the field here first. Maybe I'll throw a hired worker on this or something real quick too, just to keep the process moving. Probably should really do another headland pass if I'm doing a hired worker, though. I don't know if one headland pass is enough. Maybe. We can take a chance. Or what I should do is just at least do another pass along the front here. Although, I think there was a rather large grassy bumper on the front of this one, so it might be good. Again, like I was saying, I did finish baling up the fields here. Finished picking up all the bales as far as I know. Got those all sold here. And again, we just straight up sold the bales, Evan. Again, I realize March, not the best time to sell bales, but I wanted to be done with them, get rid of them, gone. So that is what we did. Almost back to the headland here. You know what? In fact, this might be a good spot. Just hire the worker right here. He can finish that last little straight pass there. And maybe if we get time, we'll come back to this job here later this episode. Okay, so if we go around here real quick, I got several pieces of equipment working here. Heading over to field 42. I've got our OP rock picker working on picking up rocks. Again, the rocks are so bad in this game, and these fields are so large. Using the normal in-game rock pickers just, yeah, wouldn't be, it would take forever. It would take forever. Okay, to give you folks an idea here, with this rock picker here, it is still, according to course play here, it's going to take 2 hours I'm going to do this job. 2 hours. Now, can you imagine if I had to use the in-game? The in-game rock picker is, what, maybe as big as 2 of these sections, and this thing has, what, 1, 2, 3, there's probably a 4th one on there, 5, 6, 7 sections. So this is, what, 3, am I doing the math right? 3.5 times bigger than the in-game one? Yeah. So anyway, we're picking up rocks that way. Already have I think field 44 is done. And again, my plan, by the way, is I want to put soybeans on 45, 48, and 47. Those were the 3 fields we had soybeans in last time. I just want to get an idea of how much yield we lost here last year in the game due to the extra snow there. And then I'm thinking I was either going to do 42 or 41 in oats. I was planning on doing 41 in oats, Evan, but again, I'm having some troubles with 41 here. So we might just do 42 in oats, because 42 I think will be ready sooner than 41 will be. In fact, once we get the... that's right, we're right around already, aren't I? As soon as we get the rocks picked up, we're technically probably ready to plant this field. Leads me to another feature of the rock picking I don't like. Like, this is actively cultivating this field. Really? That just does not seem right to me. I don't know. So yeah, don't like the rock picking. I would definitely do not like the rock picking. Did plow the field here in between episodes, of course, so that is all done. Looks like you can see... That must be the missing plow spots there. Because, yeah, both plowing and the high, or the large stones, all show up as red. So, is it a spot I missed plowing? Or is it a spot with stones? Take your pick. Interesting, there's weeds showing up. Oh, yeah, there's weeds that are in there. Okay, cool. Okay, anyway, moving on to field 41 here, Evan. I tried picking up the rocks here on this field. Again, looking at the map here, if we turn off the weeds, you can see this field is full of rocks. Lots and lots of rocks here on this field here. I tried picking them up. 0 success, Evan. I could not get the rocks picked up on this field here. So, I'm hoping after we cultivate the field, then we can pick up the rocks. So, that's what I'm working on now. I've got our John Deere 9620 here. With a high-speed disc working on this field. Again, once we're done with the high-speed disc on the field, I'll bring the rock picker back over here. Once he's done with the other field, by the way, of course. And then we'll hopefully get these rocks picked up. And then also, I haven't got them started yet. I was going to do that here this episode. Field 43 of one. We're going to get the 9620 RX here. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's 9570 RX. That's right. I forgot. I didn't quite go to the full size of that. Ooh, speaking of full size, by the way. Yes. Oh, you folks might have seen something parked on the road there. Oh, yeah. Well, let's go set up a course for this here minute. First waypoint. Drive the course. If we could kindly get that field plowed up for us. This should be, if I'm not mistaken, the last field that needs to be plowed, by the way. I think. Because, yeah, 48, 47, 45, they're all good. 44 is good. Yes, this should be the last field. And, in fact, if I turn off weeds... There we go. So, yeah, then you can see... There's stones on this field. In fact, if I turn off plowing here, then it should show... Oh, yeah, that's right. No. as we're plowing the stones up here. That's right. So yeah, now that we're plowing the field, we'll end up with stones on it. And then 48 too, we're going to end up with stones. We'll have to run the cultivator across that. Oh, and actually, no, we're running the cultivator across it now. Oh, wait, wrong field. I was like, wait a minute, that looks like plowing. Yeah, it's because we're on 43. That is plowing. There we go. That's cultivating. This cultivator here apparently brings up large rocks. It's annoying too, Evan, because like we don't seem to have any variation in rocks here. Like when you plow, you get all large rocks. Evan. Like there's no small rocks, medium rocks. It's all large rocks. Same thing with cultivating, Evan. It seems like we get all large rocks. You know, if the cultivating Evan would bring up small rocks, we could run the roller across it. At least that's my understanding anyway. So with small rocks, you can run the roller across it and the rocks will go away. Doesn't happen. So the only way to run with rocks here is use the rock picker, which is, I don't know about you folks, very, very annoying, especially on fields this large. And like I was saying, once we, I'm thinking probably once we're done with all our field work, Evan, the rocks might just get turned off so the rocks don't come back. With that being said, though, and if you do turn rocks off, like all these fields already have rocks on them yet, and I don't know if we'll buy any more fields here in this series or not. We'll see once here, but you won't be able to pick the rocks up unless you turn them back on. So just something to keep in mind there and to look out for. Anyway, speaking of equipment here, by the way, I picked up some new equipment here in between episodes, and yes, you folks are reading that number right. That is not a misprint. That is not a 620 Owen. That is a John Deere 96. Well, actually, it's not even the 96 anymore. 9RX 640. A 9RX 640. Oh, wait till they come out with a 690, huh? For those of you who follow the news there and stuff like that, I believe, I don't know if that's the biggest one or how that works for John Deere. I understand they are working on a John Deere 9RX 690. So that would be 600, or presumably anyway, 690 horsepower. Okay, let's see once here. Where do we want to take this particular tractor? Actually, I think I'm, is 47 done? I think 47 is done. Yes, 47 is seedbed, 45. 44, we could run over to 44 here a minute. Again, 44 had the rock picker ran across it, which does leave cultivated one, but I don't like that. I don't know about you folks. I just like planting into standing weeds. There's just some things that just like, no. Not to say you won't necessarily maybe plant into standing weeds. You might. I'm going to guess most farmers are probably going to opt to do some sort of tillage or something to maybe knock the weeds down and or at least spray them. And then maybe use a little iron to knock them down as well. Still the most effective weed killer. Yep. Good old iron. Steel and iron, that one. So anyway, we're going to take our brand new tractor down to that field and we'll get started. Oh, speaking of the 9RX 640 here, by the way, you might notice one thing that's typically not standard on these tractors, and that is a full rack of weights up front. Typically on 9RXs, do not have weights up front. They usually don't have the weight rack. Reason being is the tracks here, at least according to John Deere anyway, the tracks add enough weight that you really don't need weights. The tracks are heavy enough by themselves. So I'm not sure if that's just an option the mod author put on regardless, or if that actually is like a legitimate option on like the 640. I'm not sure on that one. I don't know. I know on the 620 models and older, like I said, the weight is not a normal, going past our entrance here, the weight is not a normal option. Now, that doesn't mean you probably can't add it. It's just, it's not an option that's normally available. Too sharp a turn here. A little bit better job turning. There we go. I'm curious. This is a cultivated texture. How is the texture going to change? Oh, you know, I think it's actually going to have a smooth one, isn't it? I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, smooths it out a little bit. There we go. Boy, doesn't that look like a nice planting bed? And what, okay, so we are getting a cultivated texture on field 4. I'll probably run the high-speed disc across that, too. Just, again, I want something about running a stone picker that counts as a cultivator. Just, yeah, I don't know, doesn't sit quite right with me, so. Which means, hopefully, next episode, we'll be ready to start planting either that field or 41. Again, my original plan was to plant 41 in 07, but whatever field is ready first, that's probably the field we'll plant notes. And don't let me forget here, this episode too, I still want to go make one more big purchase here yet. And I kind of want to do that this episode, so in between episodes I can drive it back to the farm here, or... Now, I might drive that one back myself. We'll see once here. I don't know if I'll trust drive and auto drive with that one. And you folks will see why. In fact, I've already mentioned what we're going to be purchasing. Just, we got to go down to the shop and purchase it yet. I think let's make a headline pass around this field here first, then we'll get to that one. Nice thing about what we're doing here, if I miss a little spot of it, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Again, this is not a needed step, so this is just a step to cover my OCD, I guess, maybe. That's probably the best way of putting this step. And looks like this 9RX 640 has enough horsepower here so far to pull this high-speed disc. Presuming 14. Is that the highest speed we can go with this? I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I'd have to go look at the shop. Doesn't seem to be dipping down much, so that to me would indicate that 14 is probably the max for this particular high-speed disc. I was looking at some other options, everyone. Just kind of kept coming back to this one. Reasonably wide. I think, was it 12 meters wide? I've seen some other ones that look nice, like 9 meters and stuff like that. But, you know, again, 9 meters, this one's 12. Like, okay, yeah, nope, sold. Find another John Deere high-speed disc. I mean, I suppose we could have bought one of those red ones, Evan, but come on now. We don't want one of the ones that falls apart. Oh, there might be a little missing spot there. Oh, yep, a little bit of a missing spot there. Whoops. Like I said, again, not something we really technically need to be doing here, so we do have a little missing spot. Not going to worry about it too much. Yeah, you can see where the rock picker missed a little bit, of course. Speaking of the rock picker, by the way, I actually had to run the rock picker across this field here twice. With courseplay. Ran it across the field twice with courseplay. The first time around, I set up the courseplay course. Courseplay said the rock picker, I think, was at 17 meters wide or something like that. Remember from last time, courseplay didn't detect the proper width on that. And I think we were running 12 or something. We had a serious overlap last time. Well, this time around, courseplay said the rock picker was 17 meters wide. I'm like, okay, fine, run the course. I mean, how often is courseplay wrong with its width? Courseplay usually, well, unless it's too narrow, you know, when it's folded up. Seen that before, obviously, but normally coursplay's pretty good with its width. It gets it right. Apparently I didn't have any, because, oh my goodness, the amount of gaps in between all my courses and the stones that were still in the field. It's like, yeah, that's never gonna, I'm not happy with that. So I ended up narrowing it down to 15 meters wide. And then reran the same course on the 15 meter wide setting. And that seems to have taken care of the problem. You know, of course, typical corners and stuff like that, still bad. But, yeah, everything else looks pretty good. Ooh, we're making some nice progress on 41 there. Seedbed. Why does this color look brighter than this color? Is that just me, everyone? Maybe it's just the fact that this green, or whatever color this would be. Yeah, whatever color that is on 45 is just, it's next to the blue on 44, so it's throwing my eyes off. I don't know. This still looks like a brighter bluish green than this one does. Weird. Okay, well, anyway. What could be better, everyone, than one John Deere 9RX 640, huh? Well, I'll tell you, folks. 2 John Deere 9RX 640s. That's right. Yep, when I bought the 9RX 640 of one, I might have sort of, accidentally clicked the buy button twice. Accidentally on purpose, kind of sort of something like that. Yeah, anyway. So, bought 2 of these tractors, and that is because we have something we'll be needing to pull with this tractor here, hopefully. Once we buy it, anyway. Let's get this tractor out of the way here a minute. And let's make some purchases. So heading over to our seeders here. And I think you folks can probably figure out what I'm going to buy here. I've kind of already said it. That's right. John Deere C850 grain cart. So yeah, we have our... I have to figure out what the best one is. I'm not sure on that one. Whoa, tracks, huh? Kind of a funny looking track on the back of that. I don't know. What other options do we got? Michelin. Okay. Just the same for all of them. Duals all the way around. That's kind of what I was looking for. I might have had to pick out in between the tracks, and I might actually have to go with the duals here. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I'm sold. Yeah, tracks all the way around. That looks a little bit better. I'm okay with that one. Rear hitch, yes. Now, tank capacity. What do we want to go with? C19 fertilizer, C29,000. That is a good question, everyone. I'm thinking we're probably going to go all seed. And you folks will see why here in a moment. Can we do combinations with this? Yes, we can. Excellent. And then for the drill, I don't know, is there any options with this one? No, not really. Lights. I mean, sure, why not? We're spending the money. Oh, boy, does that drill look good, doesn't it, everyone? Official Farming Simulator mod hub, by the way, which I think means it's available on the console. Console users can let me know if I'm wrong in that or not, but as far as I know... Oh, no combinations? Boo. Huh. Means I'm going to have to go find it. I think... What category is it under here, everyone? Let me think about this here a minute. Sprayers, maybe? There is a tank. Yes, there it is. Is it that one? I think that's the one. There's 2 different ones here. I think it's just a smaller one and a large one as far as I know. There's a roller there, too. That's interesting. I wonder if that roller... Huh. Can improve the upper soil layer quality of fields. It used to be, for those who remember, back in Farming Simulator, was it 19 days? The roller would, was it fertilizer? I think it added fertilizer or something like that. Because, yeah, back in the day, I mean, rollers, they had no function in the game. Now, obviously, there actually is a roller function, but... Oh, tracks, huh? It's interesting that those tires are pointing forward. All the rest are pointing backwards. I wonder if that's just a mistake. What other options we got? Michelin? You know what? Kind of going with the tracks. I mean, we got tracks everywhere else, right? Put a little bit bigger tires on. Main color. You know what? Can we go with John Deere? No, we cannot go with John Deere colors on this. We can go yellow. And we go green, huh? I don't know. Might just stick with default colors. Now, if I could go green on the frame here, everyone, with yellow John Deere tanks, I don't know about you folks. I think that might look kind of good, but I think we're just going to stick with this as it is. Oh, now this is going to be a fun setup to connect here. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be real fun. I think we need a bigger tractor, everyone. Unfortunately, they don't really come bigger than that. Well, at least in the game, yeah, we don't have any tractors bigger than this. Let's put it that way. Real life, and I don't know if it's necessarily out yet, or they just demoed it, but Case is coming out with the Case, is it 715? The quad track? Which, of course, will be a 715 horsepower tractor. I think that boost is like 780 or 790 or something like that, if I remember correctly. I'll back that up there. Okay. And let's grab the tank here. At least hopefully we can. Unless, do we have to have the... That hitch looks a little high and weird. Oh, good. It does let us connect. Yep, perfect. A little worried there. That hitch didn't quite look like it was going to connect to the tractor here. Oh, this should be a fun exercise trying to back this up. Please wait, I wasn't backing up. Get those front wheels kicked over more here. Nope, that's not quite going to cut it, is it? Doesn't help we don't have a lot of space here. Maybe it's just me, but backing this thing up, wow. Not easy. Now, can you imagine if you did that with the drill on the front, Evan? Have fun with that one, right? We're going to kind of try to, you know, tackle this in stages here. Okay, that should be close enough, isn't it? More than close enough. Why you no connect? There's something I need to do for this? Are we seriously not close enough? Oh, let's see what's here. Oh, there we go. Really? That was... Okay. Apparently you have to be really, really close then, that one. And hopefully folks can see why I'm probably am not going to have... Oh, that's the wrong one. I need to disconnect right there. There we go. Why I'm probably not going to have auto drive take this back to the farm here. I mean, this is... Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a setup here. Hopefully we can get it back home here. Hopefully there's nothing in the way that's going to like cause problems here getting this down the road. This will definitely be like a massive road train going down the road here. Might be time to upgrade some of our equipment here too, as far as hull and seed and fertilizer and stuff like that. There we go. Got it. Everything's connected. Oh, that'll be you folks. That tractor looks a little small on the back of this setup. Or, sorry, on the front of this setup here. We got the fertilizer tanks on the back. We got the seed tank in the middle. We got the drill here. And this is... Oh, this is a hose style drill too. Yeah, it isn't. Okay. For those who are not familiar, they kind of have two style drills. They got the hose style, which has like a chisel plow. Well, not, I was going to say cultivator. like a cultivator tying on it that works the ground up, and then seed tube that drops the seed in behind the cultivating tine there, essentially. Or opener, whatever you want to really call it. Well, it's not really openers, because they're... On the other side, when you have disc openers. So you have 2 discs that spin around and open up the ground, and then, of course, you have a seed tube that drops seed in between those discs. Ooh, I hope that bridge is high enough. Oh, what did we get stuck on here? Oh, wasn't that nice, Evan? The light turned red. And because not everything was through the road, we are now stuck. Yeah, for those of you not maybe familiar with this map here, when the light turns red, it actually turns on a collision, and you cannot actually go through the red light. Kind of a cool feature in some ways, Evan, except when something like this happens, then it's not really a cool feature. It's more annoying than anything. Yeah, we're not going to get through this light either, are we? Really? No? Gonna stop us at some point, I thought. Does this not have that feature? Okay, well, I'm not gonna... Oh, there it goes. It's weird. It takes a second to turn on, doesn't it? Okay, yeah, we pretty much gotta sit here and wait. Oh, there we go. Well, it holds us hostage. Clearance. Oh. That's why you talk about some clearance on that one. Ow. Okay, well, I've been looking at the time here. Unfortunately, it is time to wrap it up here this episode. So on that note, you folks have any comments and or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching, and until next time.